All right, guys, so I'm in the middle of moving, just disregard everything in the back. But I'm going to say this. I shouldn't have to explain this. The guy's approach wasn't the best. So I'm not going to sit here and fully agree with him. But remember, I cannot make a 20-minute video. It is TikTok. I only get 3 minutes, 60 seconds on that video. But I'm going to say this. I don't know how many times I got to say it. I am a traditional woman. I was raised by grandparents, so I'm very old school. I watch my grandpa take care of my grandma, pay all the bills. And what did she do? Cook, clean, and then she paid maybe some light bills here and there, but she didn't have to pay anything. It was her choice to do that. Does that make sense? But I watched my grandma naturally. Oh, I'm going to go buy my grandpa this chain. She bought my grandpa so many things, chains, rings. Like she went out of her way to go above and beyond. And I was raised, I watched her do these kinds of things, cater to him, make food for him. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to say this. Naturally, if you don't want to do things for your man and he's literally paying for everything, doing everything for you, I just feel like you're a user. I'm sorry, you are. What else is there? You don't even appreciate the things he's doing for you. And think about this. If he's paying for everything and doing everything you ask, and he asks you for one thing and you can't do it, what does that make you? What kind of partner are you? Are you even partners? You have his back like you say you do? That's what the video was about. He will do anything for her, but she doesn't love him with conditions. That's the point of that. That's how a lot of women are. You want a man to provide, pay for everything. And then when he wants some pussy every now and then, it's a no. Now, no one's forcing you to have sex with a guy every day. That's not what I'm saying. But if it's a chore and it's so hard for you, baby, what are you doing? What are you doing? I just feel like that's really fucked up. You know what I mean? This is the area where we care about men's feelings. This is the area where we want to cater to our man. You see that? That's why we don't see eye to eye, but that's okay. You don't give a fuck about men. I do. So we're not going to have the same values and the same mindset. So again, over your head. And the last thing I'm going to add, I'm not saying a guy should tell you what to do, disrespect you, have you on your knees, being rude. I never fucking said that. I would never want men to treat you women like shit. I want you guys to be treated like queens. I know I don't say it. I know I don't have this woman empowerment thing on my fucking back, but I'm being honest with you. I don't want that for y'all. I want y'all to be happy and in flourishing relationships. But you guys look at my content and take it as me attacking you. I'm a woman and I see a lot of problems in a lot of things women do. So I can speak on women topics. I can't speak for men. Does that make sense? But I do defend men. There's a difference. So again, I don't understand how many times I got to explain this to women. I am not sitting here saying a man should treat you like shit. A man should talk to you any type of way. But I'm sorry, if he's calling all the shots, making all the money moves, doing all that, he's the leader. He's the head honcho. That doesn't make any sense. What are you? You're not doing anything. You're not paying for anything. And you expect to call the shots? Where does that work? So you mean the president is the one that's up here? And you know what? Just whatever. Think whatever you want. It makes me laugh how silly you guys can't comprehend things. And I can explain it a million times. It's never going to comprehend to somebody who doesn't view things the same way I do.
The sad thing is the fact they understand. They understand. But the problem is they don't want to do the work. The man's supposed to do all the work. And the woman just supposed to sit there and just appreciate, just consume. Yet she doesn't give anything in return. Okay? But they want to talk about partnership and all this stuff. This is why you have men saying, you know what, forget it. We're not partners. We're not equals. We're equal in respect, but we're not equals. Okay? And this is why men are saying that they're going to drop that 50-50 crap and be like, you know what? It's going to be my way or the highway. I'm going to get my grind on. I'm going to be that man that don't take 50-50. I'm going to be controlling interest, pay all the bills. And you're going to do, and since I pay all the bills, I have controlling interest. And if you don't like it, you can get the hell out. That's it. Or, the relationship's over and I'll find somebody else. As I said before, okay, there are more women in this world than men, which means men have more options than women. That's the point. Men work on themselves, they could go get a woman. That's it. And a lot of these women don't want to, modern women, they just want the man to do everything. Like I said, I'll say it again. They want a man with a 1950 mentality, but a woman stays a modern woman, a new age woman. No. This is why you have men probably leaving relationships, but it's cheaper to keep her. They'll have another woman on the side. It's not right. But what are you doing that he's going to have to go somewhere else to get something that you could easily do for him, but you refuse not to? And women don't understand. There's fierce competition for your spot. Just like you want to take, if you won't do it, another man will. It's the same thing for women. What you won't do for your man, another man will. I'm sorry. What you won't do for your man, another woman will. Okay? That's what's going to happen. And that is the reality. But a lot of women don't want to hear that. And then they wonder why they're single mothers. They're bitter now because they didn't want to contribute to the relationship. They didn't want to put in the work that their man had. That was a good man that was putting in the work. And then you have the nerve to say men ain't ish. When it's really you. That is the problem. Let me see these comments. Let me see these comments right here. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, the way you saw your grandparents take care of each other is so different now. Yeah, dummy. You don't see the fact that that's how a relationship works. And here's another woman who wants to fight what she's saying. You're so absolutely right. It's much different, which is why 8 out of 10 marriages are in divorce. But stop focusing on that and focus on, your marriage working, your relationship working. Times have changed, but you can do similar things like what she explained in the modern. Oh gosh, see, yeah. Females can't admit to that. I'm going to start dating grandmas. Here's what this woman said. No, ma'am, I was raised by a single mom, but I'm a homemaker. We have traditional roles to a point. But if my husband ever talked to me this way, morons. We will no longer be a happy marriage. I take such good care of my husband because he treats me like a partner, not a slave. Wait a minute. The man slaves to get what you need, but all of a sudden you can't do the same for him. You both slave. You're supposed to slave for each other. Okay? This is why it's so, man. Hey, okay. He acts the same thing for me. I'm his princess, and he treats me like that. I treat him well in return. I've had little boys like this. No thank you. Oh, boy. Yeah. I can imagine how conversation must be interesting in that household. You are right. That's fine that they agree what they agree to, but unmarried couples should not have to have the same expectation. Excuse me. Before you're married, you're in a relationship. And what happens in a relationship is what's going to happen in a marriage. See, wow. Oh, man, the black community. And it's coming from black folks. It's coming from black folks and some white folks, but mostly black. This is why the black community is so in the gutter. And you see how, look, another one. You see, this is where you're wrong. You were raised by your old school. The people whom you talking to don't understand nothing you talk about. Yeah. This is the bottom of the barrel, man. Sergeant Stronghold. If someone is doing everything for you and you aren't giving back anything but affection, congrats. You are now a house pet. Huh? If you ain't doing anything giving back but affection. All right. Your attitude, and she used his money. Remember, it was his money. Oh boy. Yeah. Just morons, man. Just morons. Me and my man pay bills together because it's hard out here. I still submit to him, though, because he's kind of wonderful of him. All right. Here's another person. How is this hard to understand? I pay for everything, You do what I ask. Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to put it, because you have women out here who get what they have from the man and they don't feel like they have to give nothing in return. Like I said, a relationship is before marriage. And some women don't understand that. And you have a lot of black men who don't understand that. And you wonder why some of you all in the bottom of the barrel, because some of you all really just can't think straight. Can't think straight. With the men you pander who don't want to pay for everything, she's not pandering. But a lot of you, yeah, this woman's a ghetto, just idiot. Like I said, you have a lot of black men and black women in the community that have that black culture slave mentality, and they can't break away from it. They can't see what works. If anything that's structural, it's the white man. That's the white man's way of doing things. Okay. That's why Joe Biden's in power. Blacks from the black slave culture. Morons to the end. I'm so tired of the feminist movement BS. Relationships have nothing to do with the government. Only God. The man is the head of the house. True. Sis, not every woman men do a lot for. I was raised by my grandmother too, but I was in a relationship, married for years, but was not good. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? That's yours. Nobody else's. Facts. Because if the shoe was on the foot, shorty working, the house clean, food cooked, message, head without being asked. Here's another person just saying what I was saying. Don't worry, man. They choose not to understand. They don't use their brain nowadays. Pretty much. That's how it is. A lot of these women, because they have the government backing them, if they choose to be a single mother, choose to play stupid. But don't worry. The economy is going to crash. And when it crashes, that's when they're going to have to value patriarchy again. You know, not saying that there's women who don't value patriarchy, but there are going to be women who are going to have that who don't are going to need that now more than ever. That's just how it is. All right. Like, share, comment, and subscribe later.